This video, we're going to talk about how the Millionaire Mind by T Harv Eker, how they actually sell out their events.
How'd you do that?
I see that success is not something you pursue, it is something you are.
So a while ago, I actually attended a T Harv Eker event. It was the Millionaire Mind event. And I attended the event because I wanted to see their sales process. I wanted to see how they actually get people into the room and how they sell and things like that. So we're going to talk about that. And it's really important that you understand that you can only figure out so much no matter what you do. There's only so much you can figure out when you're looking at someone's business from the outside. So with this, and I'll put a screenshot on here actually. If you go to their website, newpeaks.com, and I mean this is really good. It used to be Peak Potential, but if you go to their website now, it's newpeaks.com, and I mean, even though they call it Peak Potential, now it's New Peaks. I think they personally should have called it like Benji Bruce events, but for some reason they didn't see eye to eye on that one. But if you look at their image, you'll notice that the first thing you see is these people are laughing. They're having a great time, and people are raising their hands, and someone's about to break a brick or a board or whatever. It just looks fun as soon as you go to their website. It's like, wow, they focus on the experience. So that's the first thing that you'll notice with the event. But here's how they sold out the event. Basically, they created a Facebook ad. And the Facebook ad, I see this Facebook ad, and it's a local Facebook ad. It's like, hey, you live in Vegas and you want to come to our event for free, just fill this out. That was the first point of contact with their event. So when you do free events, obviously more people register, but fewer people show up. So that's kind of what was happening with this, where a lot of people registered and then fewer people showed up. They still had a lot of people though. So after I registered, then I got email reminders, and this was where it's kind of like, okay, hey, the event is November 1st, and make sure you attend the event. So it's just email reminders, and if you don't remind people, then people definitely won't show up, even though they register, especially if it's for free. If you don't remind them, if you don't keep reminding them, then they won't show up. So make sure you're reminding them. After that, after the email reminders, they actually called. So the closer it got to the event, they called me up and they say like, hey, are you definitely attending the event? Do you have any questions? Things like that. So they call you up. And it's really good to call because you can actually set expectations. And even this meeting planner, this event organizer that I know, where she plans events that are like 4,000 people and up, even they call people. Like, even though people pay, like it's like $2,000 for a ticket, even though people pay for the ticket, they still call people to make sure like, hey, you're showing up, right? Things like that. So they still call people. Basically, you got to think that the smaller the event, the more reasonable it is for you to call people, and the better, because you'll be able to call everyone. If it's really small, you can call everyone, and you'll get more people to show up when you call them. So after they call, then you attend the event. Okay, so I attend the event, great event. Then after that, if you don't buy anything, and I'm assuming if you do buy something, they still do this, but if you don't buy anything, they call you up. So they called me up, and they were like, hey, why didn't you buy? And that was pretty much the conversation. They want to sell you into the program. So once again, they're trying to sell you more stuff because, hey, you're a lead at this point. So at this point, they essentially just think, okay, well, they know money is made in the follow-up. So I attended the event. I didn't buy. They called me afterwards, and they wanted to talk about, hey, why didn't you buy? After that, everything's done. The event's done. They called me. All that's done. The follow-up's done. Now they still follow up with more email reminders about other events. So they're like, hey, we're going to do another event in your town. Hey, there's another thing. So now they're following up again. And that's essentially the process that they had for their event. And it's a really simple process, but you just want to use this to actually develop your own process. And you got to understand that success is in the details. So even though all it is, okay, Facebook ad, email reminders, call reminder, they attend the event, you call afterwards, and then future event reminders. That's all it is. That's their entire process, at least from the outside looking in. And even though there's all those 6 things, you got to think, all right, success is in the details. So once you, like, what exactly are you going to say in the emails? Whenever you send an email out, you're reminding them, what exactly are you going to say on the phone when you're calling them up saying, hey, you better freaking attend my event because it's going to be the best thing in your life. I mean, you don't want to say that, but when you're actually working on your event, what are the details of it? So that's the process of the Millionaire Mind by T Harv Eker. That's how they sell their events.